Refresh.
Poirot! Over here! Poirot, my friend!
Blonda, it is always a pleasure to see you.
Let me get you a drink. On the house, of course. What will you have?
At Chez Ma Tante, and 1957, as always.
1957, the year the club opened. Music to my ears. Harry, a 57 for my friend.
Right away, boss.
I'm sorry, but I must leave you to prepare for a special event. We'll talk later.
Mr. Poirot. I'll let you in on a secret. I'm your biggest fan. It was you who inspired me to become a private detective.
How can I have done such a terrible thing?
My name is Jane Royce. You might think of me as a beginner, but I have solved a few cases.
Bravo, mademoiselle. Tell me.
The one I'm most proud of is the Hungry Sand Trap.
Ah, the golfer who vanished after making the miraculous shot. An interesting puzzle indeed.
Oh crap, they want me to pay attention. Oh no! Alright, we might be in trouble with this game.
Congratulations!
Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for interrupting your evening, but I have a very good reason. I have a surprise for the most beautiful woman in this room, Lynette Ridgway. Lynette, you have stolen my heart. How can I prove how much you mean to me but with this? Empty box? What is this? Where's the ring? Where's the ring?
I don't understand. I took the box out of the safe just before I gave it to you.
One,
Was the ring inside the box?
I didn't check it. It was a private gift for the young lady.
two,
It's been stolen. Call the police.
The police? But this is going to give my club a terrible reputation.
three,
Poirot, help!
et voilà.
You've got to help me. A ring has been stolen from my office.
I had noticed the uproar, mon ami. I will see what I can do.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure that finding the ring will be child's play for you.
Well, Jane, looks like you're going to see your idol in action. Such a beautiful emerald. What a shame to see it go to waste.
Mr. Poirot, this is Emmy Duns, my friend and partner in detection.
Nice to meet you, Monsieur Poirot. Jane has told me a lot about you. If I were a criminal, I'd hate to have you after me.
You flatter me, mademoiselle. Hopefully my poor talents may be helpful. If you'll excuse me, I have a ring to find.
Alright, first thing to do is investigate the victim. Charles Winslam? Windlesum. Talk to Gaston Blondin. Hello, sir.
Good evening, your lordship, I believe.
I have no time for socializing. I've just been robbed.
I had noticed, monsieur. No need for the police and publicity just yet, I think. I am Hercule Poirot, and I intend to help you find your ring, if you will permit me.
Oh, really? Hercule Poirot himself? Windlesham. My name is Charles Windlesham. Enchanté.
Some questions then. Did you organize this evening?
Absolutely. I wanted everything to be perfect. Instead, it's a disaster.
It is not a disaster yet. Poirot is here. Some questions then. Did you organize this evening?
Absolutely. I wanted everything to be perfect. Instead, It's a disaster.
It is not a disaster yet. Poirot is here. Tell me about this ring.
It was an engagement ring. I planned to propose to Miss Ridgway. I gave it to Mr. Blondin earlier this evening.
Why did you give him the ring?
I didn't want to carry it all evening and possibly lose it. Blondin put it in a safe in his office behind the bar.
Did you see him put it in the safe?
Yes, I was with him when he put it away, and I'm sure the ring was in the box. I was also there when he opened the safe and took it out. Then I held the box in my hand until the announcement. There's no chance that anyone could have stolen it after I retrieved it from the safe.
This club hasn't changed in 18 years.
I guarantee you that's the damn date for the that's the dang code for the safe.
Who knew you were going to propose?
I asked Miss Southwood to help me choose the ring, as she knows Lynette's tastes well. She recommended an emerald. Mr. Blondin also knew. He had laid on extra champagne for the announcement.
So, 3 possible suspects. Monsieur Windlesham himself, Miss Southwood, the friend, and poor Blondin. An emerald ring. Not the first stone many would expect. It would seem there may be one more suspect. Nice one. Mademoiselle Duns mentioned an emerald earlier. That means she's seen the ring. Precisely. Is that applause I hear?
I peeped her from the beginning though, so
Not yet. Give it time. Right, of course. Might be tricky, maybe not. Let's see. Worth a shot? Well, maybe. Not yet. Give it time, maybe not. I guess. I thought so. What if? I'm not quite sure. You're right. Let's try that. Could work. Anyway, makes sense. Probably, but still, kind of makes sense. We could, or not. Depends on... Right. Anyway, makes sense. Probably, but still, anyway, makes sense. Probably, but still, you know what I mean. Probably. I suppose. Let's rethink it. Probably. I suppose. Maybe not. Let's see. Worth a shot? Well, maybe. Not yet. Give it time. Let's rethink it. Probably.
My darling, what a fiasco! Are you all right? Not too shaken up?
Can we talk about something else?
Well, speaking of failed engagements...
Oh, that's so much better.
Oh, that reminds me of the story of your maid.
Oh, Joanna, you're exaggerating. It was different. The poor thing had fallen for a strange man. She was very much in love, but I was suspicious. I hired a detective and he discovered that the guy was already married in Egypt.
You must make a lot of enemies, Lynette.
I did her a favor, you mean? But it broke her heart. She was so in love. I'd like to know such passion one day, like Jackie. Lucky Jackie.
What a magnificent moustache.
Poirot, I don't know what to do. I suppose I'm a suspect.
Your position obviously gives you the honor of being the prime suspect, but that would be too easy. You would not risk ruining your establishment's reputation. And, in addition to not having the profile of a thief, my dear friend, you asked Hercule Poirot for help.
So, I'm innocent.
Let's just say that for the moment, you are not suspect number one. How are you holding up, my friend?
With all this going on, I fear for my club's reputation.
Tell me about this ring.
Mr. Windlesham gave it to me earlier this evening. We put it in the safe together. I'm the only one with the combination. Even my employees don't know it. And no one was aware that the ring was in the safe. Mr. Windlesham and I retrieved it together.
You knew about the proposal?
Yes. Lord Windlesham asked me to organize the announcement. I warned the DJ. He needed to know when to cut the music.
How are you holding up, my friend?
With all this going on, I fear for my club's reputation.
How are you holding up, my friend?
With all this going on...
How are you getting on?
I'm very busy as usual, but everything's fine, thank you.
Did you know about the proposal?
No, not at all.
I'm sure you've heard that a ring has been stolen from the safe in Monsieur Blondin's office.
I didn't know anything about the ring. I've just heard that there's been a theft, but I didn't leave the bar all evening. I didn't see anyone enter the storeroom.
How are you getting on?
I'm very busy as usual, but everything's fine, thank you.
Are you enjoying the party?
It's certainly been entertaining so far. Need any help solving the crime?
Were you near the bar?
I think she's a safe cracker.
No, I was on
Or
the
like
dance
she's a
floor,
robber. She's
then I
not
came
she's
back
not
to the
good.
bar.
And you didn't see anything in particular during the evening?
I don't know if it means anything, but I saw that brown-haired young woman coming out of the storeroom with a record under her arm. Anyone missing an LP?
There's something you could help me with. If I remember correctly, you alluded to the ring earlier and said it had an emerald in it. How did you know that?
I wondered if you'd catch that. But I didn't steal it. I was at the bar when Mr. Windlesham showed it to Mr. Blondin. When he got ready to propose, I realized it must have been the ring I saw.
Are you enjoying the party?
It's certainly been entertaining so far.
The names of dances today are a mystery even I cannot solve. Blondin has a vast collection of popular music, everything from the 50s to today. Everything on the desk seems to be in perfect order. I would expect nothing less from my friend Blondin.
Okay, I was wondering how to move. I was like, what the heck? It's a little difficult because it's tripping a little bit. I now see what's happening. I was so confused. I'm like, I kind of get what I'm supposed to do, but... Okay. I don't like that there's two parts to it. Because that kind of messed me up. I was like, why isn't it moving? Okay.
Of course.
There we go.
When I think that I almost missed it. It must be Blondin's safe, but I don't have the code.
Yes, you do.
It must be Blond.
That's literally the code.
The door isn't locked. Blondin trusts his employees. Excellent. Another record for my collection. Poirot.
In the woman's bathroom looking for golden mustache, yes.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, sort of makes sense.
I love you, Simon. I'm really looking forward to our trip in Egypt together.
So am I. But after this trip, we'll be completely broke.
Don't worry, Lynette will give you a job. She's my friend. She can't run her estate by herself. I'm sure she'll hire you as the manager.
I hope so. We're barely getting by on your archivist's salary.
Pardon me, mademoiselle.
The famous Hercule Poirot.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Poirot. Sorry your evening out should turn into an investigation.
It happens more often than you might think.
Any sign of the missing ring?
Signs? Oh, yes. And the direction they point in becomes clearer. Would you mind if I asked you some questions?
Interrogated by the famous Hercule Poirot? I confess, I'd love it.
Someone told me they saw you coming out of the storeroom where the stolen ring was. Is this true?
I just went to get a record so that the DJ could play my favorite song. He didn't even have it in his set.
And nobody questioned you when you went into the storeroom?
No, it was very easy.
How long did you stay in there?
Barely 2 minutes to find the record.
I hope you're not accusing Jackie of anything, Mr. Poirot.
I accuse no one, monsieur. I simply ask the questions. There is nothing to suggest the young lady is not telling the truth. Did you know about the proposal?
I suspected his lordship was either going to propose or talk about a new business deal. Hard to tell which.
Would you mind if I asked you some questions? Blonda is always delighted when someone orders a house cocktail. Are you enjoying the party, mademoiselle?
Oh, I come here all the time with Lynette. Usually I love this club. But tonight, what a disaster. What luck you were here.
You could say that. You knew about the proposal?
Of course. Charles came to me to help him find an engagement ring. He knows I'm Lynette's best friend. I'd do anything for her.
Are you enjoying the party, mademoiselle?
Oh, I come here all the time with Lynette. Usually, what a...
You could say that. Can you tell me anything about the ring?
What a shame it's gone. It was beautiful. You know, I chose it.
Oh no, it's stuck. It's stuck on her. What the hell? Okay. Let me go. I'm stuck in this woman's gaze. Oh my god, I'm stuck. And you can't save. I'm stuck. Man, it's not gonna save neither. There's no getting out of this with this woman. Darn it. I hope it's like some type of load. Okay, to have it continue. Thank God. It was fun and I didn't want to have to go through all that again. Okay, awesome.
Good evening, Mademoiselle Ridgway. May I ask you a few questions?
Monsieur Poirot, I presume?
Monsieur?
Of course. Your reputation precedes you. I recognized you straight away.
Especially your moustache.
Not moustache.
Lynette, I'd like you to meet the love of my life, Simon.
Your timing could be better, darling. Nice to meet you, Simon.
Jackie has told me a lot about you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Lynette, you've got to give Simon a job. I know you need a manager for your estate. Simon would be perfect.
I'm sure he would be, dear, but this is hardly the time. I'm having a conversation with Mr. Poirot. You may not have noticed, but it appears there's been a theft. Come and see me on Monday, Simon, when things have quieted down.
Thanks, Lynette. Oh, I'm so happy. If I don't marry him, I'll die. I'll die. Come on, Simon. Let's celebrate.
Girl. That's a Don't trust that new Negro. Red, clap, clap.
Let's
clap, clap.
continue this conversation. Quite an evening, is it not?
I would have preferred a band and decent hors d'oeuvres, but I mustn't be catty.
Tell me about this ring.
When the barman brought up a bottle of champagne earlier, I was afraid Charles was going to propose. You know, something supposedly romantic, like putting a ring in a glass of champagne.
A dangerous tradition. What if the intended swallows the ring? Did you know about the proposal?
I suspected it would happen. Everyone thinks we're already married, but we definitely are not. To be honest, I'm afraid of being eclipsed by him. I do not intend to live in any man's shadow. I was going to say no in front of everyone, but that would have been too embarrassing for both of us.
The theft. It was a lifesaver then for Miss Ridgway.
It's giving purpose. So that girl who came up, that's what messed up the
Can
me
you
staring.
tell me anything about the ring?
What a shame it's gone. It was beautiful.
Both of them knew that.
I chose
I
it.
don't. None of this makes sense to me.
You knew about the proposal?
I think they had something to do with stealing
Charles
because
came
they
to
want to
me
marry that
help
man.
him find an engagement ring. He knows I'm Lynette's best friend. I'd do anything for her.
Oh hell, what's Lynette's last name? Which one? I don't know her job. Rich? rich white woman? Like what is, I don't know what her job is. Lord, I gotta go back. What's your name again? Joanna Southwood. And your name is Lynette Doyle. Joanne Smallwood. Southwood, not Smallwood. Secret. I said, do I have a boy's name? Because I don't know his last name. No, his first name is Simon. But this means I can talk to him now.
Blonda has always loved extravagance over subtlety. This club is his pride and joy. I'm sure you've heard that a ring has been stolen from the safe in Monsieur Blondin's office.
I didn't know anything about the ring. I've just heard that there's been a theft, but I didn't leave the bar all evening. I didn't see anyone enter the storeroom.
Harry, you answer my questions before I ask them.
I can assure you that I know nothing, Mr. Poirot.
There must be a way to prove he's lying. I need some hard evidence to prove he's lying. The truth cannot hide from Poirot forever. I don't think you've been entirely honest with me.
What makes you say that?
You forget that you stepped away from the bar to take a bottle to Miss Ridgway. The thief could very well have taken advantage of that moment.
Well, it's just that Mr. Blondin had ordered me not to leave the bar, but a customer insisted that I take a bottle of champagne to the VIP lounge on the first floor. I thought 2 minutes away from the bar wouldn't be so bad. Please don't tell Mr. Blondin.
Who placed the order?
I can't remember. There were too many customers this evening.
How are you getting on?
I'm very busy as usual, but everything's fine, thank you.
It must be Blondin's safe, but I don't have the code. The press see them as already married.
Scamming Doyle? His last name is Doyle? Oh, they're scamming Jacqueline. They're scamming her. His last name is Doyle.
Blonda is very proud of his club.
That's the code. Like, you blowing me because you won't let me accept that, and I know that. Oh, okay.
The ring was stored in this safe.
No. Yeah. 7. Is it 56? What's the damn number? 57. Or is it 1957? Dang it! So I can just hold on. 1, 9. There we go.
I found the code without anyone's help. The combination was easy to guess.
Everything is a lie. To win it, I said get it to win it. I said get it to win it.
This is without doubt where Blonda kept the ring.
Without doubt?
This is without several bundles of notes.
Go tell my friend his shit was way too easy to get into, bruh. I just peeled that shit back. So they're already married. boy's last name is Doyle. They're married. No, she's a blackmailer, he's a jewelry thief. No, he said he saw a brunette. She saw him coming out. It was him. He's a jewelry thief. Not a jewelry thief. He looks like he steals and pretends to look for it. I'm screaming. Please. Oh, whoops.
Are you enjoying the party, mademoiselle?
Oh, I come here all the time with Lynette. Usually I love this club. But tonight, what a disaster. What luck you were here.
You could say that.
No, wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hello, thank you so much for bringing the peoples over here. Welcome to my stream, everybody. We're being a detective. I think this is wrong. What new collection? Oh.
Yes. Why not?
Oh, her last name is Ridgway, not Doyle. Hold on, I'm hearing Lynette Ridgway, I'm hearing Lynette Doyle.
Correct. Lynette Ridgway has told her friend Joanna Southwood that she doesn't want to marry Lord Windlesham. So both women have a reason for wanting to prevent the proposal to occur. My little grey cells did not let me down.
Validate all facts related to the reconstruction to complete it. Gray equals undefined, green equals valid, red equals impossible. This was Simon Doyle. Okay. The goal is to reconstruct the events in each time slot. The right characters and the right actions. This is a cool game.
Joanna Southwood waits until there are no more customers at the bar, then distracts the barman by asking him to take a bottle upstairs. She enters Blondin's office and closes the door. She figures out the code to the safe with childlike ease, as I was able to do, and grabs the jewel. At the same time, Jacqueline de Belfort enters the storeroom to pick up a record purely by coincidence. She leaves again, and Mademoiselle Duns spots her when coming out of the ladies. Alone again, Miss Southwood leaves and returns upstairs with the ring. The barman returns to his post and suspects nothing.
This is a demo? There's a game before this, apparently? I'm gonna want to play that.
Mademoiselle Southwood, you are a thief.
Bravo! You found me out. I'm not going to deny it, but I did it to help my friend Lynette. I was going to return the ring at the end of the evening.
What? You stole the ring?
Oh, dang, she didn't even know.
Why would you do that?
To help you. You didn't want to marry Charles. No ring, no engagement. And I admit, I wanted to see his face when he opened that empty box.
Give me the ring now, and I'll forget to mention you when I give it back to Lord Windlesham.
Oh, don't lie to that woman, because I would lie. I would tell her. The girlfriend did it, thank you. Alright, so hold on. I was completely wrong. Her name was the name I thought it was at the first time. I don't know why I saw Doyle at, though. But that clearly is a whole scam going on in itself, though. Because them two gonna hook up. I seen it when how they looked at each other. That was a I'm gonna do this face. That's what that meant. That's what that face was. You can work for me, alright. That's what that said. That's what that face said.
I have your ring.
Yep, she
Thank
did.
you, Mr. Poirot.
I did find out.
But who was the thief? Where did you find it?
It was nothing more than a prank, but don't worry. The ring would have been returned to you in the end.
Well, the important thing is that I can finally ask Lynette to marry me.
Forgive me, but I wouldn't do it. She might say no.
What? How could she? I'm a lord. It's preposterous. It's these new times we live in.
No, she just don't like you, bruh. It's okay.
Good evening, madame.
Good evening, monsieur.
It's new times we're in because we weren't able to say no. Even a woman of honor, she couldn't say no.
You noticed? Of course you did. I should have known better.
I see. You tried to discover who the thief was, and you were correct. Impressive. That's right.
Oh, Miss Royce, did you find out who the thief was? I'm very impressed. How did you do it?
Oh, well, a detective never reveals her secrets.
Oh.
Jane, we should get going. I'll get our things and wait for you outside. Au revoir, Mr. Poirot.
Mr. Poirot, it's been a pleasure to meet you.
A shared pleasure, mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle.
Madame?
Now I can get down on the dance floor without having plans to. Give me a little hanky maybe on my time off. Oh, that's the whole game.
Can't be. It's Hercule Poirot.
Agatha Christie's.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day, but I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the
Is it
couple.
gonna be murders?
I have
There's
a small idea
murders!
of the situation.
Murder!
I'm May Leach.
My.
You got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case.
Who detectives?
Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one.
Ooh!
What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
Okay, 2025. This was fun. This was fun. I will put this on my wish list. There's also another one. There's another one that came before this. Wasn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? I seen it. Yep. Here we go. Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, the first cases. And it's only $20, so I might bet that one. I might, oh wait, there's a whole bunch of Agatha Christie's! It's a whole bunch of Agatha Christie's! It's a whole rack of them. It's a whole racket. Oh Lord. Not the Orient Express, please. It's a whole bunch of these Agatha Christie's. They be Agatha Christian. Dang, these Janes go back. Hold on. This a whole series since 1952 ass series. We got top scrollers. We got old fashioned game mechanics. Wait a minute. The Agatha been Christian for a minute. You like mysteries and such? Go on, get you an Agatha Christie. They got them Agatha Christie's over there. You better go get you one of them. This was a trial exame of the newest one coming in 2025. But these Jays have been out. When's the first one? Hold on. Let me see if I can find the first one. Hold on. Nah, that looked too. I think that's not the first one. That's not the first one either. Nope. Where's the one that looks like it's from back in the day? It was one of them that I was like, oh, that's back in the day. Is this the one I'm on? I think the London case might be the first one. Oh no, just the Hercule period. Agatha Christie Hercule. Yeah. Not the first cases. It was just one of them. It just said one of his name. That was it. Agatha Christie Hercule. Nope. No, okay. So Agatha Christie Hercule Hercule. I keep saying point. Hercule. Okay, the first cases. That's what we're gonna do. I think that was the first one. Cause it looks like early 2000s handiwork. Yup. What does that say? No, I lied. No way that came out in 2021. Well, it might have came out in 2021. That came out in 2021? That's crazy. Then which one's the first one? There's a Murder on the Orient Express. Well, I hate that saying. That's 2023. So never mind. The first one was the ABC Murders, and that came out in 2016. Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders. That's the first one. Only thing missing is gaming magazine for the game to come out of. I'm dead. Been in the game for a minute. Yeah. I ain't even know that. I'm new to this. This my first time. This was my first Hercules, Agatha Christie. This my first Agatha Christie for real. Demo was looking nice though. I'm gonna give it. We had a little glitchy, but that's okay. It's a lot going on. Yeah, it did suck you in, and this was a good game. What did y'all think? Did y'all enjoy it? Would y'all like to see this played in thoroughliness? I liked it. I dug it. I liked it. I dug it. Yeah. It looks good. Not usually a mystery game person, but it was interesting. And that's what I say. I'm not usually a mystery game person, but I had seen the blick and I was like, what is Tomba? I just wanted to see. I didn't know if they was going to give it to me or not, and they did. So hopefully I'm in the running for America's Next Top Buyer. Hopefully I'm in the running to get this game and play it for you guys. But that was cool. That was coolio. I'm going to admit to something to you guys, and I don't want you to judge me, but I very much am downloading Cyberpunk 2077 right now. I am going to play as a corpo. It's just like Sims, and it's just like Fallout. I can't watch the content without thinking about how to play the game and playing the game again. And can I tell you, after having that dream about Cyberpunk, and it freaked me the fuck out, I've been obsessed with it. Cause we're gonna give a little lore, all right, all right. As a Fallout fan, we of course are obsessed with the idea of the wasteland and the apocalypse, because that is like the whole shebang-a-bang, right? And basically, Fallout is its own what if, no? Now, I want to say Cyberpunk is the other side of that. What if we don't destroy ourselves super as fast? Because if you look at where Cyberpunk 2077 is, everything's effed for real. Everything got real effed. We don't got cows. We don't got chickens. Well, we do, but they're real scarcey. They're not in Night City for goddamn sure, but we do see the Voodoo Boys sneaking in real meat, because they don't eat the stuff that other people eat. They Haitian and they gonna cook, goddammit. They be making stews and shit up in there. So they've pretty much, because you can't have birds. Birds are integral to like agriculture. Agriculture's got wiped out from all the wars. So they're farming worms. All the meat that they eat is from worms or from other sources. It's hinted at that some of them sources might be actual people. I wouldn't put it past them. I'm gonna be so honest, because they're working on clones and there's so much bodies that they don't know what to do with. So anyway, and like now as we're going into this Project 2025 ideal. I feel like Cyberpunk's what you're gonna get from it if it doesn't end up in a Fallout situation. If it isn't just devastated and nothing, and we're all just waking up from like some holes, scratching our ass, like, how, what are we gonna do? Radiation everywhere. You get Cyberpunk. Still radiation everywhere, but the science moved past and came up with solutions. Were they great solutions? Are we super happy with what we got? Hell no. But we're making do. We're still very much in this consumer mindset, even though it's what's driven us to the brink of fucking extinction. We have no real concrete soft society anymore. It's fucking crazy. It's you could walk outside, be walking down the street and just get killed instantly in some crazy ass way. You know what I'm saying? There's just cyber psychos running around left and right doing unspeakable things to people on the streets. So like going to sleep to the lore might have like brainwashed me and be like, I need to play this game again. But also what I really did like was learning so much about the game and just being like, they really put a lot of love and care and effort into it, just like Fallout did. It's so much story, so much written, so much background that people wash over because once again, people are just like, ooh, this, that, I'm done, I beat it. But like, take your time to walk through the streets of the game you're playing and look at the lore and look at the world that they've built for you and how weird it is, which is to be commended and respected and loved. And that's what I like about games. I like that there's other little weird people like me who sat down and came up with these fucked up ass characters that have these weird ass stories that intermingle, and I get to walk down the street several times as different people but the same person and seeing the story played out and figuring out who, oh wait, so that's your cousin over there. Oh, that's why you killed so and so. Like piecing it all together. I love that. I love this world that people have built for us. I love them taking from real life trials and tribulations and creating their own what if stories, and these what if stories having great science backed into it and being weird and horrific all in their own. Gaming makes me happy. I want these companies to let us weird writers, let the weird writers and creators be weird writers and creators. That's where the juice comes from. That's where you get us people hooked on the game. All right, let that weirdo put their whole story out and talk about this with the chickens with the 4 heads and all. Let them do it. Because next thing you know, you got people cosplaying as that shit. And you're like, well, that's not what I wanted you to take from the game. But heck it, you love it. I love you for it. That's gaming. Thank you so much for coming to my TikTok. We all know we're not going to be able to play Cyberpunk 2077 right now because it's deep up in there. It's deep up in there, baby. I have another game that I need to play for exposure. But we're also doing another game tomorrow. So that's the thing. We are very much doing a indie let's play tomorrow. I always like to just go and see who's on front page. Because you never know who you run into. Front page be interesting sometimes. And then sometimes it's not. What I do hate is when I get in there and everybody's playing a first person shooter. I'm like, okay, give me something different. I love you first person shooter people. I do. I love you and I love that you're happy. Would just like something different. Just me. That's all I'm saying. Ooh, my neck. A good game with a good story has no substitute, period. A whodunit is always a good thing. Hot take, I have no real need for all games 60 megahertz, 1 million megapixels. Well, I would say I play a whole bunch of different types of games. So, I feel that. Like, I like my 8 bits. I like my 24 bits. I like my top scrollers. I like my side scrollers. I like my first persons. I like my third persons. I like the high definition. I'm playing freaking Diplomacy is not an option, which is a. I have uninstalled it again. I just want to let everybody know that. I don't know if I mentioned that last stream. I definitely uninstalled it. It was a rage uninstall. It was indeed. But art wise, it is a low poly game, and it's hilarious, and it's great, and good writing, and the game mechanics are meant to irk you, and they do, and that's why I rage uninstalled, because I know they did it on purpose, and I think that's what pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I can't do it, it's that you see me getting better, and you send the wave earlier, way earlier. How just hate in my heart for real. I just want to talk to the death for like 5 minutes, because why would you do that? Like, I like the game and I'm learning it, and then you just saying, okay, you learning too fast, and you throw me some curveballs. Calm down. Calm down. It's disrespectful. All right. You know what I would like? Another game like Sims, but not. But I don't think there's another game that is as in-depth and juicy and for me. Like, I'm not for that one, the AI one. I don't like the art style. I don't like none of that. I don't like that. There's another one that's supposedly coming out sooner or later, but babe, I've been playing The Sims since 1952. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get me. That's just, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get me for real. The Sims is in my bloodstream, and if you can't be better than it, I don't. And they've had like a while to get their shit together. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if anything's ever going to be able to unthrone The Sims for me personally. What you talking about? What you talking about? Willis? What you talking about, Willis? You gonna talk to the devs and they just gonna ask how many reinstalls did you do? Exactly. And then I'm gonna be like, I'm kind of like, water, can I get a cup of water? And then I'm gonna splash in their face and run off. Because you playing with me, and that was disrespectful of a question to ask in the first fucking place. How many reinstalls? Wop, 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 wop. I just start throwing arms. Because what you asked me that for? Because you think you're funny. Because you think you're funny. That's what it is. You is hilarious. You is a comedian. Oh. So we got Mafia 2 that I've installed. I'm thinking about uninstalling so Fallout London, it takes too long to load for me, and it kind of throws me off my racket. And I don't know if it's something I want to continue to stream. I might just do it where I start from the beginning and stream it on YouTube, long ass streams, like all day, and just get as much as I can done. And hopefully in like 4 or 5 installs, I finish the whole game. Because the constant uploads to YouTube, they, like, me gaming it, and me streaming it, and me editing it kind of just like completely fell off. And yeah. So, but here I am reinstalling Cyberpunk. Here I am reinstalling. That's a wild thing for real. Oh, Will Fall was a really great demo from Next Fest. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I found a food that I have a addiction to, and it's bomb. What the fuck? All right. Sorry. Need to make sure my groceries come in. How did this get it turn out? I ain't going on that. You see me on here has streaming for what, 7 hours at this point? Wasn't no god dang. I done walked the dogs about 3 times on this whole. I wasn't no dang sketty made yet. It's 6:29. I ain't make no morning sketty. It's dinner sketty. And I ain't making shit, but I'm gonna. That's what's gonna be for dinner. That's what's gonna be for dinner. Yo. Crazy, when are we gonna play in this dungeon again? Now, Bina. Now what? You know what I should turn on? Lord knows I don't need to start another RPG. Y'all remember Vampire? How I used to have to restart it 100 times on that PlayStation? I finally bought it on Steam. And I'm so mad because we got so far. We got so far and so established in that game just for it to whap and me just having like my heart just hurt. Just the sheer disrespect, honestly. Ah! You gonna finish the last RPG? What? I mean, am I not? Hello? Am I not? Am I not giving you what you asked for? There is. I have to sneeze so hard. I feel it coming. A lot of demos on here that I need to like unask. I felt that sneeze coming. I just was waiting. I felt it in my soul. But oh, that's on Xbox. I'm big the tripping. GG's on your Pokemon catch. GG. Big G's on your Pokemon GG's. Big G's on your Pokemon GG's. Big G's, big G's, big G's, big G's, big G's on your Pokemon GG's. Can you guess what I'm about to play? But I'm not about to actually play it. Because that's just too much. I'm about to go ahead and close it down, so don't even. You hear the dun dun. Don't say nothing because it's not about to happen. Those are dumb. Not the White Claw coming back to attack. Not attack Pikachu. Calm down. What is going on in here, Rapidy? It's a lot of hate in your heart right now. I'm sorry. Text message that's wild. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, this game. Please, I'm sorry I said I wanted to play this game because I don't anymore. I have fully changed my mind. Thank God. I came to bring ruckus, clearly. Clearly, Honey Boo Boo Child. I'm not gonna hold you. If I wanted to tell you, I would like Cyberpunk 2077 to be ready already. It's nowhere near, so it's silly for me to want that. Go get some water. Go get you some water, baby. Everybody get you some water. Everybody. Go in and get your ass some bitch ass water. Bitch ass. Yeah, bitch. F it. F it. You too, ma'am. Ooh. I actually need the potty. We can listen to a scary story. You know how much I love those. Let's listen to a scary story and play a game that curls my toes. Okay. I knew he was about to make Miss Abby listen to some cat damn. Like a rock star. Want to get water, but everything I want to get up, I get jumped from behind by random mobs every damn time. Oh no. Party like a rock star, shush. Do I even have one of these out? I do. It's right here. Where are the smoke leaves? Harvest those. Do I have any smoke leaves? I don't. What's over here? Bushfield. I don't have a smoke leaf, so let's put down a smoke leaf. Jesus Christ, it's always some damn bugs, man. I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting sicker. Cause why was it little? What the hell? Oh no, the game is tripping. We're just getting a furnace. Go ahead and get to cooking on that. What is happening? What is happening? I'll give her a gun. Oh, she don't get no gun. Alright, everybody can be off their rockers now and go get help. And some things bust y'all ankles up, I'm sure. I am capable of healing. I love how healing themselves is just stabbing constantly. Just stabbing themselves. About to get to cooking now. Y'all got food in there. Now we got plenty of types of food in here. I don't want to hear from nobody. New insect nest. There's always some damn insect nest. I don't have no mushrooms neither, do I? Mushrooms is important. That's healing stuff. We need that. So I got cotton blossom somewhere? Cause that's something important. Bye, Rapidy. Put your phone on charger.
At the outset, I should tell you that I'm a thief. Not a classless, smash and grab a guy or a lowly pickpocket. Those require no planning or strategy beyond. Move quickly and be ready to run. I'm a 4th generation cat burglar, and I'm very good at my job. If everything goes right, you don't notice that I've been there for weeks, if ever. I understand most people find this line of work deplorable, and I'm okay with that. I could go on and on about how the system steals from us all the time, and how the rich use their ill-gotten gains to subjugate us and give you the whole. I'm really a Robin Hood type figure, but I will spare you all that rationality. I'm a thief because I'm good at it and I was raised in a culture that values it. There are other reasons, but it's not worth getting into them. To be a cat burglar isn't just about breaking into a house and cleaning out a safe. That's part of the job, sure, but like an iceberg, most of it remains hidden from view. My father used to tell me, being a thief is being prepared to be bored out of your mind. He wasn't wrong. About that, anyway. Wrong about a lot of other things. But I digress. Once I narrow in on an address, I have to sit it. That sounds easy, but it's not. It's boring. Like clean the garage boring. Waiting in line at the DMV boring. But it has to be done. Veg before ice cream, boy. Veg before ice cream. He told me this while housing a sleeve of Fig Newtons before dinner. Much to my chagrin, he was right. Again. Outside of watching a house for hours on end, there are so many dozens of other things to keep track of. Has anybody made you while you're casing the place? What hours do the servants work? What's the best way onto the property? How do I get in and out of the house with little chance of being caught? Each question needs to be answered beforehand. Finally, the big question. What's the security situation? A lot of these McMansions come pre-built with high-tech security features in place for the first year. And that's when the lower cost prices disappear. Most people, even millionaires, will cut off services at that point. They keep the signs, sure, but not the actual equipment. That's gone like disco and ain't ever coming back. Why? Well, there are 2 major reasons. First, the rich live in a bubble and don't believe anybody can get to them. Money enables hubris. Second, rich people are the cheapest people in the world. Why pay for the real thing when a chintzy lookalike will do? Capitalism's beating heart is to make the most money by spending the least amount of it. The illusion of security is cheaper than actual security. The night of the robbery, I felt good, prepared. I had watched, I had noted everybody's daily schedule. I had marked my entrance and exits, knew where the primary bedroom was located. I even wore my lucky shirt. A fat lot of good that did. I waited until I saw the Uber leave, and then I started my half-hour timer. It's been my experience that the help empties out not long after the boss leaves. Cat's away and all that. As if on cue, the servants bolted as soon as the Uber was out of sight. I still waited the 30 minutes. Like a crappy magic spell, stragglers can transform into witnesses. Seeing none, I made my way onto the property. The most tense moment of any heist is when you're about to break in. Even in all black, even in the dark, there's still a chance that somebody could see you. A nosy neighbor, a dog walker, a panhandler, anyone. Time works against you. Too slow, you draw attention. Too fast, you make mistakes. A steady hand and a calm demeanor are key here. I have those in spades. This is also the moment that you can't plan for. Did you miss bars on the window? Are there more than one lock on the door? Did someone stay home? Is the alarm system on? Are there cameras rolling? It's a gamble that can cost you your freedom, your life. It's also a rush. I've discovered that, most of the time, upper floor windows in McMansions are unlocked. The thinking goes, well, we have several layers of security before anybody could get to that point, so why bother? I get it. It's a mistake, but one most people would make. Hanging on the outside downspout, I sighed in relief. This window was unlocked. I pushed open the window and climbed in. My moccasins softly touched the floor, making no noise. They're not the most durable in the wild, but inside they are worth their weight in gold. No tread to ID, no noise on carpets, and comfortable as all hell. The room was dark, and I had no desire to change that. I keep a tiny pen light in my pocket for that reason. I become so accustomed to seeing the world in the tiny circle of light that my eyes quickly attune to the dark. A cat in every sense. I assumed the truly valuable things. Wills, bank account information, holy grails. They would be in a safe. But I don't crack safes. Well, not in people's homes anyway. It's too complicated, too messy. I was after jewels. And thanks to my extensive history, I knew where I would find them. Even in the dark, you could tell how obscenely large the walk-in closet was. It wasn't even fair to call it a walk-in closet, more like a studio apartment for clothes. 3 of the walls were lined with suits and dresses that may have been worn once, maybe twice. Some still had tags on them. The last wall was dedicated to shoes. Red bottom Louboutins, and rare Jordans as far as the eye or penlight could see. But what caught my attention was the makeup vanity carved into the wall like Petra in the Shara Mountains. More specifically, the 3 jewelry boxes sitting there. I moved to them like a zealot to the temple. This was what I came for. My haul would keep me in the black for a while, unless it was costume jewelry. The tease of stones, Dad would say. I pried open the first lid, and I smiled. Dozens of bejeweled brooches shimmered before me, like the hundreds of eyes of some mythological monster, all shapes and sizes, most ugly but authentic. The genuine article has a certain touch to them, a haft. These were legit. I plucked a few from the bottom of the box and placed them into my bag. My fingers found something that had an odd shape. I pulled it out to get a closer look. A triangle inside a pentagon. It was on the small side, but it was full of diamonds. Valuable, very. But something felt wrong about it. I dropped it back in. The longer that you do this job, the more adept you get at picking the right things to steal. The secret is to only take 2 or 3 pieces at a time. Of the few that you do take, ensure that they're plain looking, nothing memorable. Unique pieces are hard to fence. If they end up in a pawn shop and a cop finds them, it's only a hop, skip, and a jump until it's traced back to you. Iron handcuffs, jail time, hard pass on my end. As I put the piece in my bag, my light started flickering. I gently tapped it against the vanity. As I did, I glanced up into the vanity mirror. My heart seized. There was a figure standing near the open window. Out of instinct, I snapped around, ready to rumble, but the figure was gone. I flipped off my light and pocketed it. I turned back to the mirror and my breath caught. It was standing in the closet doorway now. I balled my fist. I wasn't going to jail. I would go down swinging. But when I spun to meet them eye to eye, the figure was gone. Again, I was confused. I know that I saw someone. I couldn't tell you the details, but there was a person standing there, watching like they weren't supposed to see me in there. The sound of footsteps running from the primary bedroom down the hall echoed through the empty house. After a beat, I heard a door slam somewhere on the floor. My legs wobbled underneath me. My mouth was dry. I had experienced plenty of odd stuff on the job, but a ghost, never. Unless it wasn't a ghost. If it wasn't, I was truly up a creek without a paddle. A person could be worse. Would be worse. A ghost, I mean, he can't call the cops. If you like doing cardboard tubes or lubed up dudes, jail's the bee's knees, Brian. Dad again. I was 8 when he shared this pearl of wisdom with me. I mean, what can I say? It stuck with me. It had become my guiding principle. Make smart decisions or learn to squeeze the charm in. My eyes caught the billowing curtains. It snapped me out of my daze. Exit? Yes, but maybe not. Curiosity urged me to go down the hall and see what had been watching me. The thought germinated and bloomed before my rational mind ripped it out at the roots. Get out now, you idiot. I started for the window, but I stopped myself. Clean up and then go. As I turned to shut the boxes, I heard the familiar slam of a window. Somebody had shut my way out. I turned naturally. There wasn't anyone there except the sound of footsteps running back down the hall. Another door slammed. Holy hell, I said. My tongue felt fat in my mouth. I swiftly cleaned up and made my way to the window. As I got there, I heard something that every thief dreads. The front door opened. I knew it wasn't the one that I had heard before, because I heard the loud, boorish homeowner come barging in. I know you're up there. I saw it on camera. My fingers gripped the window and I tried to yank it up. It wouldn't budge. Felt like invisible hands held it down. Panic spiked my blood. My fingertips prickled with fear. I had to hide. Now.
How many people am I gonna join here?
As I did, I heard the door down the hall open up again, and footsteps raced to the stairs. They stopped at the landing, turned, and ran back to the room, slamming the door as they did. This seemed to agitate the owner. He increased his rate, racing up the stairs 2 at a time. He bellowed, "You better pray to God I don't catch you. I'm gonna take my time making you bleed. So much so that your final ascension will feel like a relief." I didn't know what any of that meant and I didn't want to find out. The diversion, though, gave me enough time to find a spot to hide. There was only one way that would work. Behind the racks of clothes. It wasn't ideal, but I was out of options. I split the clothes like I was Moses parting the Red Sea, and I slid into the gap behind them. The footsteps reached the top of the stairs. Another sound. A cell phone ringing joined them there. "Come on," the voice spat. "You're lucky. Run now, but you can't hide from me. I'm everywhere." After another ring, he picked up. Hey, Pete, buddy, what's going on? His tone had changed entirely. My heart was zooming. I felt like an addict running wind sprints. I had been close to being caught before, had to slip the fuzz once or twice, but I never found myself in a situation like this. I tried to keep my cool, but my body didn't get the message. I trembled. Sweat beaded on my forehead. Fat droplets rolled down my face. I took a deep breath to try to recenter myself. It didn't work. Trust me, Pete, I get it. I know how many strings you had to pull to get me involved. The man was now in the primary bedroom. I prayed that he would avoid the closet, but when the overhead light popped on, I knew that I was good and screwed. He was coming in here. I leaned back against the wall, as if it would eventually absorb me. I kept my hands balled into fists in case I had to come out swinging. As much as I didn't want to admit it, I was trapped. A thief's worst nightmare. No way out without announcing myself. And worse, I had a limited line of sight. Even if there were a chance to leave, I would have a hard time seeing it. A man dressed in an expensive tuxedo speed-walked into the closet. He was older, perhaps in his mid-50s, but he did not look like it. Not at first blush. Good skin, a finely trimmed mustache, and a head full of slicked-back black hair. He looked like a cartoon drawing of a crooked politician had come to life. I did my due diligence. No family connections, no internet profile, no warrants. Nothing. A nobody. Perfect for the gathering. He paced as he spoke. When he came by where I was hiding, through these suit jackets, I could get a better look at him. Upon closer inspection, the man's actual age shone through. His face bore a telltale sign of plastic surgery. That plastic, uncanny valley look. While most of his hair was jet black, he had the budding growth of silver poly walnut style wings around his temples. The corners of his eyes and mouth had the faintest of cracks. Yes, he was that close to me. The man pressed the phone against his ear and held it in place with his shoulder as he shimmed out of his suit jacket. He flung the expensive jacket onto the ground as if it were covered in ants. The phone never left his ear. Peter, seriously, I know. I get the scope. Okay, yes, I know. It's why I doubled back. I'm changing. I know they're very particular. Only get one shot at a first impression. He stopped directly in front of me and shook his head. Would I get a first impression? His conversation engrossed him, and that thrilled me. If he had even been the tiniest bit bored, he might have noticed a face staring back at him from the Armani wing of his closet. Just then, the lights in the closet flickered. The man looked up at the blinking bulbs and shook his head. As he did, I spotted something hidden away across the closet. Standing half in the shadows was the figure that I had seen earlier. It wasn't a person. I wanted to scream. I wanted to turn and run as fast as my jello legs would take me. But I couldn't do anything but shut my eyes and wish it away. So that's what I did. Oh, Christ, the man said. Oh, no, not you. This closet light is on the fritz again. Yeah, I know I should have hired your guy. But Mary was so big on this guy who built this out. What could I do? Happy wife, happy life, right? Pete said something and the man laughed. Should I say happy second wife, happy life? And nothing would have pleased that first idiot. As the two men laughed, I felt a presence appear next to me behind the clothes. feeling in the animal part of my brain. A predator was near. Flee, run for the safety of the bush, little rabbit. But I couldn't. Not even when I felt the hot breath on my neck. This got me to wrench open my eyes. I turned and expected to find some biblical ghoul waiting to devour my soul. But instead, the man's hand reached for a suit jacket beside me, a $300,000 watch on his wrist, the salt and pepper arm hair escaping his starched white shirt, money to burn. What I didn't see or feel was the ghoul. It was gone. The light flickering also had stopped. The creature's absence took away some of the tension, but it didn't set my mind at ease. I was still trapped. If this guy stumbled or moved his hand 3 inches, he would hit me square in the face. I held my breath, afraid my faint breathing might alert him. He yanked a jacket off the hanger. The hanger swung back and hit me square in my right eye. I slammed my lid closed and squeezed hard, praying that would take away the pain, but knowing it wouldn't. I wanted to rub it. I wanted to scream. I wanted to jump up and down in pain. But all I could do was trap the pain in my body and wait for him to leave. The light above started to strobe again. That, coupled with my wounded eye, made it nearly impossible to see anything clearly. But my ears worked just fine. Over the man's tasteless jabbering, I heard floorboards outside the closet creak. Pete, let me tell ya, I'm so excited to join up with the organization. I think you guys are gonna love the tasty little. The lights shut off. So did the man's mouth. I used the darkness to scratch at my eye like a 1980s DJ. I blinked once, twice, 3 times. It stayed open. It hurt like crazy, but I could see again, or I would be able to, if the light hadn't just shut off. Ah, Jesus Christ, I hate this closet. No, just let me let you go. I gotta check something out before I leave again. Yeah, I know, I won't be late. He hung up his phone but futzed with it, trying to turn on the flashlight. The screen's weak light lit up the edges of his face. He looked otherworldly, a hideous man that God had not intended to replicate. His fumbling fingers finally found the flashlight. As soon as he flipped it on, his phone died. Piece of crap. How does this cost $1,000? The only light now poured in from the open closet door, right near where I had heard the creaking. My cat burglar trained eyes had adjusted to the low light. I strained my neck trying to get a peek at the door, but the man's body had come between me and the exit. Mumbling to himself, he strode toward it. Before he could leave, though, something quickly ran into the bedroom and slammed the closet door shut. I heard the turn of a lock before the sprinting of feet as they ran down the hallway. The man screamed and slammed into the door. The walls rattled, but the door held firm. He shouldered it again as hard as he could. It was a dumb mistake. He crumpled to the floor, moaning in pain and grabbing at his shoulder. "You've got to be kidding me," he said, rubbing his wound. He kicked the bottom of the door twice, not in any attempt to open it, but out of frustration. "I'm gonna kill someone." He kicked the bottom of his door a 3rd time for good measure. He pushed himself back up, muttering curses under his breath, and he made his way to the vanity. He felt along the side of the counter until he found a latch and he pulled it. With a click, the vanity revealed itself to be a door into a hidden room. An eerie white light emanated from the room, and I realized it was the glow of dozens of TV screens. A panic room. I couldn't move to get a closer look, but it was clear that he was searching the screens for something, or more likely, someone. He walked deeper into the panic room, and I took that moment to shuffle, ever so quietly, a little bit closer to where he was. "I knew it," the man yelled. The hate and menace in his voice made me wince. Seconds later, he came storming out of the panic room with something in his hands. I couldn't make it out at first, but when he swung it against the door, I realized that it was an engineer's hammer. He pounded at the door. The handle snapped off after several swings. Light from the outside room poured through the hole. The man pressed his face against the opening and scanned the primary bedroom. He put his mouth to it and yelled, "I know you're out. When I find you, you're gonna wish that you were dead." For a dramatic flourish, he booted the closet door. It violently swung open, slamming into the doorstop and vibrating like a tuning fork. He walked through, clutching the hammer hard in his hand. He had murder on his mind. I was just glad that he wasn't coming after me. The now familiar sound of footsteps running down the hall prompted the man to sprint after them. I heard a door slam across the house. The rhythmic pounding of the hammer on the door handle soon followed, creating the worst sounding drum and bass track of all time. The last man at the bar screws the ugliest broad. Dad, for my memories, confirming what my gut already knew. It was time to split. I pushed through the clothes and crept toward the closet door. I had a clean path to the window. The man was preoccupied with his hammer. I didn't want to imagine where the ghoul was. I was 15 feet from freedom, so why couldn't I convince myself to leave? I knew I should. Self-perseverance screamed at me to fling open the window, shimmy shake down the drain pipe, and sprint to my car. I felt my dad pushing me from behind the grave. "Move it! The fuzz will be here soon." But something was holding me back. If this guy killed someone and I didn't stop it, I would never forgive myself. I would have that person's blood on my hands. I couldn't carry that weight. I'm a crook, not a monster. Sighing, I changed course and headed for the panic room door. I needed to see what was happening. I also needed to find out where the cameras were located in the house, so I wouldn't inadvertently show up on one. It might also show me another pathway to escape if the need arose. My mouth hit the floor as I walked into the panic room. A bank of monitors displayed nearly every inch of the house inside and out. I had spotted the outside cameras while I cased the place and found a dead zone between them. That was not true inside. There was a camera pointed directly at the window that I had climbed through, and there was one looking at me right now. The man wailing on the handle caught my eye though. While it only took a few direct hits to dislodge the first handle, this one was not cooperating with him. I watched him take 6 massive swings and nothing. It held firm, top quality handle. I looked around for anything else that I could use for a weapon and I came up empty. Maybe there would be something that I could use in the bedroom. With the man focused on trying to break down the door, I eased my way out of the closet and into the room. The place was spotless. Nothing dangerous in here but unearned wealth and a few scruples. There wasn't anything that I could use to counteract a hammer swing. "Come on," I muttered. "Who are you?" came a voice from under the bed. I screamed in fright, but a quick slap of a hand over my mouth stopped it from escaping into the wider world. I glanced down at the floor under the bed. Were all of my worst childhood fears coming true at the same time? Despite every scary story advising me not to, I got down on the floor and looked under the bed. A scared woman in her early 20s was staring back at me. Her eyes were wide, and I could see that she was trembling.
They about to put 50 people in this thing with me. Y'all.
But I'm not sure she had entered the house that way.
Another person? Can we even deal with another person?
And I realized she had been here for a while. She had broken and bloody fingernails, as if she had been trying to pry open a stuck door. On the back of her hand, I saw a raised pink helix of freshly branded skin, a shape that I instantly recognized. A triangle inside of a pentagon. "Who are you?" she asked again. Her voice was a vapor. "Might as well be honest. A thief," I said. "Who the hell are you?" He kidnapped me. He's been holding me for 2-3 weeks," the woman said, her voice breaking. "He was gonna sacrifice..." Her voice caught again. He's a monster." Suddenly the phone conversations the man had with Pete made more sense. It chilled me. Whatever he had planned for this woman would not be pleasant. "What's your name?" "Inez," she said. "Brian," I said. "He's busy, Inez. Let's get out of here." "But I can't." "What? Why?" "Not yet." "He's chasing shadows," I said, my voice transforming from a whisper to a yell. "Now's the chance." "I promised him I would help finish the job." "You promised the monster?" "No." At once, all the lights in the house flicker and shut off. With every electrical machine off, the house felt still, abnormally quiet. I could feel my heartbeat. It vibrated through my whole body. Wait, no, that wasn't my heart. The entire house was vibrating. "I promised the demon that I conjured." "Who the hell is in my bedroom?" the man yelled from down the hall. "She's my prize, you hear? Tell Pete to find his own lamb." "Get under here, Brian." I wasn't going to argue. I dropped to the floor and army crawled under the bed. As soon as my legs were safely under, the entire house shuddered again, rolling like an earthquake. My stomach flipped, and I chewed back the vomit that had charged the gates. As fast as it came, it left, both my bile and the house. It was still again. The only noise that I heard was the chain of the fan gently tapping against the dome light. "Whatever you do, don't look at it," Inez whispered. I shut my eyes. A concussive explosion blew out the door down the hall. I heard the man cry out before his body thumped against the wall. A sickening crack of bone snapping on impact echoed down the hall. "What the..." 2 thunderous, house-rattling stomps followed. The man was whimpering in pain and fear, and God knows what else. I heard him stand, but before he could flee, the air shattered with the sound of dozens of different people's agonizing screams and a low rumbling growl. "Oh my God!" the man yelled, the panic in his voice palpable. His brain's terror messages finally connected with his legs. The next thing we heard was the thumping of footsteps rushing toward us. Why not leave? I thought. The stairs to the exit were right there. But then it dawned on me. He was trying to get into his panic room. The place where he believed his money had bought him security. His sanctuary. His safe place. What he didn't understand was that there would be no protection there. He wasn't going to find a shelter to shield him from the bomb. He was going to find his tomb. As soon as he had crossed the threshold of his door, an invisible force shoved him in the back, ragdoll-like, and he flew through the air, crashing into the window. It shattered, glass fell around him like those shimmering jewels that I had seen on the brooch. The man landed with a thud next to the bed. Despite Inez's warning, I opened up my eyes as his body crashed near us. I saw the man. He saw me. Blood leaked out from dozens of slices across his arms and face. There was a burn mark on his back and his skin sizzled. you could smell the stink of cooked meat. Think about what went through his brain at that moment. An unholy monster was chasing him, threatening him. His life was on the line. He's just suffered traumatic injuries. And then he sees a strange man hiding under his bed with the woman he planned to use for some ungodly and horrific ritual. Before the chaos of the moment returned, he had to think, what the hell is going on here? Who the hell are you? The man attempted to stand, but a scaled, covered hand seized him in an iron grip. He struggled, yelled, pleaded, but he couldn't break free. The creature let out another choir's worth of screaming voices and dragged the man toward the closet by his hair. The man screamed at us to help, but we didn't move an inch. Have mercy, please. I have a family. This isn't right, please. I glanced at Inez. She was stoic. I wondered if the man had felt the same indifference when he had abducted and beat her. Each time the demon's cloven hoof hit the carpet, it ignited the fabric. Little fires everywhere. The man screamed as the closet door slammed closed behind them. The next sounds that we heard were the snapping of bones and the dying screams of a condemned man. Let's go, Inez said, shimmying out from under the bed. Don't have to tell me twice. Several of these smaller fires had coalesced into a larger blaze. The house was a goner. The flames blocked the doorway to the stairs. Inez held up her hand to shield herself from the heat, but it was in vain. She turned to me, eyes pleading. What do we do? I got this, I said. I dashed to the window and knocked out the remaining broken glass. Smoke poured out into the night air. Come on, I yelled. Climb down the drain pipe. I have a car nearby. Inez nodded and nearly leapt out the window. She moved down the drain pipe so quickly, I lost sight of her almost instantly. I climbed out the window and I stopped to look back in. The black smoke filling up the room made seeing anything impossible. I felt my tool bag strapped to me. I reached in and found the brooches that I stole. Holding them up to my face, I could see dozens of little fires reflecting off their surfaces. Without giving it a second thought, I tossed everything that I took into the house. I didn't need a curse following me. Hurry, please, the firemen are coming, Inez said. She was right. Fire and police, probably. I didn't want to be here when they arrived. I can't imagine that Inez had any desire to stick around any longer as well. Once I was on the ground, I had to climb the outer fence and clambered over after her. As we hit the ground, I saw dozens of neighbors coming over to watch the show. None of them seemed to clock us, though. I grabbed her hand and led her into the darkness away from any potential witnesses. We walked the 3 blocks to where I had stashed my car. The neighborhood was alive with the approaching sirens and burning mansion. Inez sat down on the curb, put her head in her hands, and sobbed. I wanted to comfort her, but wasn't sure if I should. Are you okay? I finally offered. No, she said. But when is life ever okay? I laughed. It got me there. She spat toward the mansion. I hope his soul rots in hell. I would say that he got what he deserved. I had so many questions for her, but didn't feel like now was the time for them. Well, there was time for one. Even if I wanted to avoid asking, my mouth just went for it. How did you do that? The demon. I nodded. Well, I prayed for it. But you were praying to God, right? I said, confused. I prayed for revenge, she said, standing, and something finally heard me. Did you promise it anything? Do you owe it your soul or something? She gave me a weak smile and wiped away her tears. I would never get that answer. She softly touched my shoulder, nodded her head in thanks, and started walking down the street. I wanted to call out, to offer her a ride somewhere, to ask her those 100 questions. to offer her help. She didn't want it, didn't need it. She operated on a level that was higher than I could even conceive, dabbled in things that I couldn't imagine, dark things I didn't want to imagine ever again. Despite my curiosity, I didn't follow her. She needed peace, solitude. A thought came to me in that moment. When you've got what you came to get, you leave. That was Dad again. He was talking about breaking and entering, but I couldn't help but feel like it worked now too. We both got our freedom back. A second chance we thought we would never get. When you got what you came to get, you leave. Thanks, Dad.
That was an interesting ass story. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too. I am about to done. Ooh, not me hitting stuff. I am done for today. I have had a good time. I can't believe we've added like 11 people to this little get together here. I have to get all these people. Sorry. Oh my god. Cyberpunk is almost finished. Oh my god, you guys, Cyberpunk. I love Cyberpunk so much. But I'm going to go ahead and raid on out. Yeah, we're going to get us up on out of here. I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me for as long as you have. We've been streaming for entirely too freaking long. Entirely too long. But it is time to dip on out of here. Oh, there's some new creepy stuff out. I saw one creepy thing and they're like, hey, you like creepy? There's a whole bunch of creepy stuff from people you forgot to listen to. Thank you. Please copy and paste this raid command or make your own. Just be happy, eat Cheerios, be respectful is what I really want to say. Those are my socials. Please check out the new stuff that I have dropped. It will do me grand in the long scheme of things. Much love and appreciation. Bye.